I cannot stress this enough. Try this cheesecake recipe. I promise you it will be so good. It is the best cheesecake I've ever made in my entire life. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Basically, this entire week I have been craving cheesecake, so today I'm going to show you how I make a no-bake Nutella cheesecake. So while I was filming this recipe video, I actually wasn't following any recipe. I was just going with the flow. I've made no-bake cheesecakes in the past, so I knew exactly what needed to be added in, and I was just experimenting with different flavors and different ingredients. But let me tell you, this cheesecake turned out so good, and I think I'm gonna say that this is probably the best cheesecake that I've ever made. What do the kids say these days? I think, no cap. If you are new to my channel, just a quick introduction. Hi and welcome. My name's Nicole and I'm just a gal that loves food. I love baking, I love cooking, and I love sharing my recipes with you guys. I post weekly on YouTube, typically every Saturday, so if you love food and you love watching recipe videos, definitely subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, I cannot wait to get into this recipe and share it with you guys because honestly, believe me when I say this is the best cheesecake I've ever made. And if this video were a TikTok, it would be the one with a credit card and he's like, yeah, that one. Alright guys, before we get started, as usual, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more recipe videos from me, subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming videos. Let's get started. Alright friends, we are going to start off with 2.5 cups of Oreo crumbs and add on 1/3 cup of melted butter. Then we are going to mix the ingredients together until you kind of get like a wet sand texture. If your mixture is a little too dry, just add in a couple more tablespoons of butter. Next, we are going to press our Oreo crust into a 9-inch springform pan. To make sure that we get an even crust, a little trick that I like to do is use the bottom of a measuring cup just to press the crust evenly throughout the pan. Once that's done, we're going to pop this into the freezer while we work on our cheesecake filling. For our filling, in a large bowl, we're going to add in 3 blocks of cream cheese. Then using a hand mixer on low speed, I'm just going to mix the cream cheese until it gets nice and silky and soft. Then I'm just going to go in with my spatula just to make sure to scrape down all the cream cheese from the sides of the bowl. Alrighty, next step, we are going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract into the cream cheese, and using your hand mixer again on low speed, we're just going to mix this into the cream cheese. Next, we are going to mix in 1 cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to add this 1/2 cup at a time just to make sure that we don't get the powdered sugar cloud of death. If you don't know what I'm referring to, typically if you add in too much icing sugar at one time and you start that hand mixer, all of the sugar is basically going to spew everywhere in your kitchen. So pro tip, if you're ever working with powdered sugar in any of your recipes, I suggest adding it gradually into the mixture so you don't get that powdered sugar cloud of death. And now for the best part of this recipe, we're gonna add in 2 cups of Nutella. And then you know the drill, using your hand mixer again on low speed, we're just going to mix until the Nutella has thoroughly combined with the rest of our cream cheese mixture. Now I'm just going to go in with my spatula one more time to scrape the sides of the bowl and to make sure that the Nutella and cream cheese have thoroughly combined. that is it for our filling, folks. So once that's done, just set that off to the side and grab your Oreo crust from the freezer, and we're just gonna pour the cheesecake filling directly into our pan. And now it is time to spread this yummy cheesecake filling evenly throughout your pan. And then to make sure that the filling is completely even, I'm just going to give it a few shakes and taps on the counter before we place it back in the freezer to chill. Next, we are going to make a delicious chocolate sauce that, in my opinion, really made this cheesecake. So as you saw, I combined 3 cups of milk chocolate chips and 1.5 cups of hot heavy cream. To be completely transparent, this bowl was really small and I wasn't able to mix it properly. So here I switched bowls, I got a deeper one, and now we're able to mix it properly, and you can see how rich this chocolate sauce is. Then to our sauce, we're gonna add in 1 cup of chopped walnuts. Chopped hazelnuts would be really yummy in this recipe as well. Okay, and once the sauce is cool to the touch, we are just gonna add the sauce directly on top of our cheesecake, and then we are gonna pop this in the freezer again to chill for a couple of hours or overnight. Once chilled, our cheesecake should look something like this, super yummy. The chocolate sauce should be set on the top, but again, it's a sauce, so it's not going to be firm. Once you remove it from the pan, it's going to drip all over the cheesecake, but look at how delicious that looks. It is so yummy, and the chocolate sauce is kind of like a caramel texture. I cannot even express enough how yummy this chocolate and walnut sauce made this cheesecake. It really took it to the next level. We're talking about a cheesecake with an Oreo crust, Nutella cream cheese filling, a chocolate sauce topped with your favorite ice cream. You cannot go wrong. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Did you see how gooey that chocolate sauce was? That just made this recipe so good. I highly recommend you try this. I'm pretty sure my family and I ate this entire cheesecake in one day because it was that good. If you end up recreating this recipe, and again, I highly recommend that you do because it is so good, and it would be criminal for me to deprive you from this recipe. So 100% recommend that you try it out. But if you do and you recreate it, make sure to tag me on my Instagram at NicoleCharmaine or on my TikTok at Nicole.Charmaine. I love seeing your recreations and sharing them on my page. Alright friends, before I let you go, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I forgot. Alright guys.